discussed about these programs. One is voter ID and the other one is a passport. Is it okay? Hello? Yes, here. Roll number 17.
Sir.
In previous class, we had discussed about some programs. Okay, now.
Okay, sir.
So the programs are based on voter IDs and passport like that.
Okay, sir.
In today's class, we'll discuss about some multiple if-else statements. Multiple if-else statements. Okay, now?
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay, thank you. So good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm going to discuss about the multiple if-else statement. So here is the syntax of the multiple if-else statement. So here, if you go through the syntax, so here already we know the if condition and else condition. So if condition, then the statement to be executed when condition 1 is true. 1 minute. Okay, so here the statement is if condition 1, then the statements to be executed when condition 1 is true. Let us assume there are 2 or 3 statements under if condition. So if condition 1 is true, then the statements under the if condition will be executed. Else, then the statements to be executed when the condition is false. So second one. So already it is a multiple if-else statements. So here in multiple if-else, so if is there, else is there. So if condition is there, else condition is there. Again, we have second if is there, second else is there. There are multiple if-else statements and conditions. So here else will be executed the statement when the statements to be executed when condition 1 is false. When condition 1 is false. If condition 1 is true, then if condition is executed. Otherwise, if statements are false, then else statement will be executed. So here similarly, if condition 2. So in if condition 2, so the statements to be executed when condition 1 is true. That particular condition is true. Otherwise, else the statements to be executed when condition 2, not 1 here, it is 2 only. So here it is 2. So here also it is 2 because we are discussing about the condition 2. So here the statements to be executed when condition 2 is true. Else the statements to be executed when condition 2 is false. So like that we can have the multiple if-else conditions. So here the syntax is for multiple if-else conditions. If else, if condition 1, then execute the statements. Otherwise, else execute the if statements are false. Second if condition. If the statements executed when condition 2 is true, else execute the statements, otherwise false. So like that we can have the multiple if-else conditions. So here we'll have a program, a small program. So here we can write the multiple if-else condition by using the same statement. Let us assume I is one integer, and j is one integer. So here let us assume I is one integer and j is one integer. We can compare the I and j. So here the comparison will be different types. So one is the I greater than j. First one is if I greater than j is 1 comparison, then j greater than I, or I less than j. First condition is I greater than j. Second condition is I less than j. Then I is equal to j. So there are 3 conditions in when comparing the I and j. So here by using multiple if-else statements, we need to compare the 3 statements. So here for that first we need to define the I and we need to define the j. So here I is one variable and j is one variable. So I is equal to int of input of enter some I value. So here I value may be some integer. Suppose here we can give the I value as some 20. Then j is again it is an integer, int of input of enter some j value. Let us assume j value is some 10. j value is some 10. So here I equal to 20 and j equal to 10. So here we can compare the I and j. If I greater than j, if I greater than j, print I is greater than j. So you need, because the statement 1 is true, because I equal to 20 and j equal to 10. I is greater than j, because I is greater than j, we need to print that I is greater than j. Next, again, if again we can compare the second condition. If j is greater than I, if j is greater than I, so we need to print that j is greater than I. Or if other one is I is equal to j, we need to print that I is equal to j. We need to print the I is equal to j. So it is the program to compare the I and j by using the multiple if statements. Multiple if statements. So here we have multiple if statement. So if is there, if I greater than j, one if, and second if is if j greater than I is the second if, and the third if is if I is equal to j. So there are three if conditions. Because there are three if conditions, the condition is known as a multiple if condition. The conditions are known as the multiple if condition. So here we can execute the same program. We can execute this program by using the Python. So here we'll go to the Python IDLE. You can go to the Python IDLE. Python. Just open the Python IDLE. So it is a Python IDLE. Are you able to see the Python IDLE, ma? Here?
No, sir.
Python IDLE.
No, sir.
Okay. So before PBDM, ma? Now check.
Okay,
Hello?
sir.
Now okay, sir.
Now it is okay, na?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Boolean. So we need to open the now. So one minute, I'm opening that Python program. Yes. Hello, Sir. Sir,
Sir.
is it visible program?
No, sir. Can't see it program.
Now check.
Okay, sir. We can see it.
Yes, please go to the program. So here we have I is there. We need to compare the I and j using the multiple if statements. So here I is the I equal to int of input of enter some value, I value. So here we can enter the I value as some 20. So here I'm assuming I equal to 20 and j value, j equal to int of input of enter some j value. And again the j value is some integer. So here we can have some our own value. It is JS Let us assume some j equal to 20, I equal to 20 and j equal to 10. Then here, if I greater than j, then print I is greater than j. And again, I am assuming if j greater than I, or a similar condition can be I less than j. A similar condition is I less than j. So print, we need to print that j is greater than I, or if I write I is less than j, I need to write that I is less than j. So here I am writing j greater than I, therefore we need to print the j is greater than I. If I is equal to j, then we need to print that I is equal to j. So like that, we need to compare the we need to compare the two inputs with the three comparison statements. So here we need to execute we need to run the program. Just run module 5. So here I'm entering the value as 20, I as 20 and j as 10. First one. So are you able to see this output? Again, I need to run the second time. So second time, if I run the second time, so I need to enter the module as I as 10, j as 20. Therefore, j is greater than I. Third time again, we need to run the program once again. If you run the program, so here you need to give the I equal to 20 and j is again 20. So I is equal to j. So here, if you compare the three statements, the first one, so here we are giving the I value as 20 and j value as 10. Second, we are giving the I value as 10 and j value as 20. And third one, we are giving the I and j values are same values, 20, 20. Therefore, here I is equal to j. So in this way, we can compare the three statements by using the multiple if. So here we are using the if statement 3 times. Therefore, the statement is the program is multiple if statement. Then next one, we'll discuss the next program. Next one, see the next one. So next one is if else statement. So the next type in the if statement is so if else statements. If else statement. So otherwise the other type of the if condition. So here if you see the condition syntax for the if else statement. So first one is if condition 1. If condition 1. If condition 1. If condition 1, the statements to be executed when condition 1 is true. Then if the statements are false, then we'll go for the next one. If condition 2. If condition 1 is false, then it will go for the next condition. If condition 2, the statements to be executed when condition 2 is true. Again, if condition 2 are false, then we need to go for the again if condition 3. Then the statements to be executed when condition 3 is true. So like that, it is a loop. It will repeat the statements up to n loops. Then the statements to be executed when condition n is true. So it will be executed up to the conditions are true. Else the statements to be executed when conditions are false. Otherwise, the statements to be executed when conditions are false. If all these conditions are false, then it will execute the false condition. It will go for the else and execute the remaining statements. So it is a syntax. You please note down the syntax for the if elif else statement. If elif else statement. Syntax is first one if condition 1, the statements to be executed when condition 1 is true. Elif if the statements are wrong. Elif condition 2, the statement to be executed when condition 2 is true. Again, if condition 2 is false, then it will go for the condition 3. Elif condition 3, the statements to be executed when condition 3 is true, like that. So it will check up to the n conditions. If and all the n conditions are false, then it will go for the final one else, and it will execute the statements to be executed when conditions are false. So these are the syntax for the if elif else statement. If elif statements. Just we'll see some example. Please note on the an example. So here example for the if elif else statements. Example, write a Python program to accept age from the user and display the result. So here the problem, we need to print that if the age is 58 years. If the age is 58 years, we need to type it is a senior citizen. If the age is between 25 to 57, we need to print that it is a working citizen. If the age is between 16 to 24, so we need to print that it is a college student. And if the age is between 4 to 15, we need to print that is a school kid. And if the age is between 1 to 3, we need to print that playing kid. So the age is below 1. If any other number, we need to print that invalid age. So you please write all these conditions. Please write all these conditions, and we need to write we need to print all these conditions by using if elif else statement. If elif else statements. If elif else statements. So there are different conditions. Age is 58. If the age is 58, we need to print that it is a senior citizen. If the age is between 25 to 57, it is a working citizen. And if the age is between 16 to 24, we need to print as a college student. And if the age is between 4 to 15, print as a school kid. If the age is between 1 to 3, print as a playing kid. Otherwise, print invalid age. So there are the different conditions for a age of a particular person. Then please go to the program. So here I am writing the age. Age is some variable. So to represent the any age, here I am using the age as a variable. Age equal to int of input of enter your age. So here I am entering the age by using the input. So because the age is integer, so here I am writing age equal to int of input of enter your age. Then so here I am here.
Okay, sir. We can see.
Program is visible or not?
Okay. Program is visible, sir.
Visible, huh? Okay, right. Next. So here I am rendering the my age by using the variable age. So here just I need to compare the different ages. If age is greater than or equal to 58, if the age is greater than or equal to 58, then we need to print that this is a senior citizen. Next, elif, if it is wrong or if it is not matched, then elif, if the age is about 25, if the age is about 25, I need to print that it is a working citizen. Working citizen. Elif, if age is greater than or equal to 16, I need to print it as a college student. College student. Then elif, age is greater than or equal to 4, I need to print that is a school kid. Elif, if age is greater than or equal to 1, I need to print that playing kid. Else, print invalid age. So it is a simple program to execute the age of a person. Please note the program. Yes, all of you please note the program. So here in problem, actually in problem, we have given a different conditions. So age is 58. If age is 58, 58 is a senior citizen. If age is 58, if age is 58, 58, it is a senior citizen. And if age is above 25 or greater than 25 or between 25 to 57. The second condition is it is 25 to 57. Second one is it is age is 25 to 57, and the next age is 16 to 24, and the next one is it is some 4 to 15. Then next one is some 1 to 3. Then other one is invalid age. Invalid age. So here I'm writing the program. So first one is I'm giving the input age equal to int of input of enter your age. Then second one, so if age is greater than 58, greater than or equal to 58. So it is 58 or greater than, 58 or greater than, then we need to call it as a senior citizen. So already up to 58, above 58 is covered. Now the second condition is, what is the second condition here? The second condition here is, so it is 25, about 25 and up to 57, about 25 and up to 57. So already 58, above 58 is over. Then we can express the second condition as above or greater than or equal to 25. So this condition can be written as greater than or equal to 25. Then next condition is it is from 16 to 24. So it can be expressed as is greater than or equal to 16. And the next condition can be expressed as it is greater than or equal to 4. And the next condition is it is greater than or equal to 1. And finally, it is an invalid. Therefore, first one is if age is greater than or equal to 58, print a senior citizen. Then if age is about 25, about 25 means it will cover up to 57. Already above 58 is covered. So therefore, from 27 to 57, 25 to 57. So we need to treat as a working citizen. If age greater than or equal to 16, so 16 means it will cover from 16 to 24. Then a print as a college student. If age is greater than or equal to 4, greater than or equal to 4, so it will cover from 4 to 15. We need to print as a school kid. If age greater than or equal to 1, it means it will cover from 1 to 3. So we need to print as a playing kid. Finally, else print invalid age. So suppose here, if I read the 0, age is 0. So 0 means it will come under the invalid age. Invalid age, or in terms of float, suppose some 0.5, 0.6, 0.7. So all the other invalid age, it will print as an invalid age. So this is a program by using the if else statement. So it is clear. So if it is okay, then I will open the Python IDLE mode and I will run the program.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Just open the Python IDLE mode. Python IDLE mode. Then here open file.
Sir, we are
Okay.
unable to see, sir, program.
Yes. Just I will share. Just after opening the program, I will share the program. Just please go through the Python IDLE mode. Yes, now check. Here,
Okay, sir.
the program is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please check the program. So here enter age is a variable. So age is a variable. So here we are assigning age is equal to int of input of enter your age. So here we can enter any age. So depending upon our entered value, so it will print any of these. So if age greater than or equal to 58, then print senior citizen. So after the if statement, you need to have some indentation. If age greater than or equal to 25, print working citizen. If age greater than or equal to 16, print college student. If age greater than or equal to 4, print school kid. If age greater than or equal to 1, we need to print playing kid. Else print invalid age. So this is the program. So we need to run the program. If we run the program, then we need to enter the age values. So here I'm entering the age as some 60. So new share values. So here I am entered value 60. Then it is a senior citizen. Next, again, we need to run the program. Again, second time, if we run the program, then again we need to enter the second value. So what is the second value? About 25. About 25. So here I'm entering some age 40. It is a working citizen. Again, we need to run the program. Run the program. We need to enter the above 16 and up to 25. So I'm entering around 20. So it is a college student. 20 is a college student. Then again run the program. Now enter the value above 4 and up to 16. So I'm entering the age as 14. 14 is a school kid. Again, I need to enter the run the module. Next, it is above 1 up to 3. So here I'm writing 3 is 3. Phase is 3. It is a playing kid. Playing kid. Again, we have the other one, invalid one. Again, run the program. So here I'm entering 0, age as a 0. So if I enter age as a 0, it is an invalid age. So like this, we have covered all the age limits in the program. Yes, any doubts in the program? Yes, please respond. This is a program. Yes, any doubts? Okay. So next class, we'll see some more programs. So in next class, we'll see the some other program. So which is similar to the program now we have discussed. So it is write a Python program to accept 3 subject marks and calculate total marks. So we need to enter the 3 subject marks and we need to calculate the total marks, average marks, and display the result. So we need to calculate total marks, average marks, and we need to display the result. So while calculating the display result or while calculating the while displaying the result, we need to check the different conditions. So here, what is the condition? If the average, so here as age is, if the average age is not average, if the average marks is greater than or equal to 60, then we can call it as a first class. If the average marks are greater than 60, we can call it as a first class. If the average is between 50 to 59, we need to call it as a second class. If the average is between 35 to 49, we need to call it as a third class. And if the average is below 35, if the average is below 35, we need to call it as a fail. So by using the 4 conditions, these 4 conditions, we need to write a program. So this is a program. We need to write a program. We will discuss the program in next class and similar type of program also. So based on marks, we need to assign the grade A++, A+, B+, C+, C like that. We need to assign the grades. So these 2 we'll discuss in the next class.